Have you ever been in a scenario where you thought you weren't a priority to others? Have you ever finished a task successfully, had a fantastic idea, or performed something genuinely beneficial for others only to be given no credit for it? I know it's difficult to deal with, but even when you act in the right way, do what's best for everyone, and make yourself available to others, people may not notice or pretend not to notice your true worth. In fact, if you keep trying to please people who don't give you the recognition you deserve, you'll never get it. You may get demoralized, and correcting this condition can be difficult. It's an unpleasant sensation, made worse when it includes someone dear to you, such as family, friends, or a spouse. According to Stoic philosophy, we should not expect recognition from others because it is beyond our control and such recognition may not occur. Therefore, waiting for it is a recipe for frustration. However, what if I told you that there are methods to become a priority in someone's life in order to be more recognized? In fact, if you understand and apply what we're about to show you, this is quite possible. There are some steps you can take to ensure that you remain at the top of someone's priority list. By following these 9 steps, you can ensure that the people you care about feel that you are always a priority in their lives. Now that you understand the problem, it's time to revolutionize your approach by learning the solution. Before we begin, I'd want to request that you watch this video all the way through since each step is important. Step 1. Create the fear of losing you. This is one of the most effective psychological tactics for convincing someone that you are important. People are generally more driven by the threat of losing something than the promise of having it. If you want someone to regard you as a priority, make them dread losing you. To achieve this, begin emotionally distancing yourself. Stop discussing your thoughts and feelings with them. Begin to balance your time with other people as well. This will make them feel like they're not as important to you as they once were. It's a very powerful technique, but it must be used with caution. If you distance yourself too much, they may give up on trying to win you back. Step 2. Avoid being always available. If you want to be a priority in someone's life, you may need to become less available. The more available you are, the more likely you are to be taken for granted. This doesn't mean you should only be available when it suits you, but if you consistently adapt and accommodate others, it's time to prioritize yourself, sending the message that you have a life beyond this relationship. Step 3. Maintain some mystery. People are often drawn to the enigmatic and mysterious. In the arena of relationships, being a bit cryptic might work to your benefit if you want to be viewed as a priority. Avoid exposing everything about yourself right first. Instead, provide indications about your hobbies and interests without disclosing too much. Answer inquiries in a broad manner and avoid going too deeply into your background. The idea is to keep the other person interested and ready to learn more about you. With time, they will come to regard you as a priority in their lives. Step 4. Allow them to invest in you. This is a sensitive stage that you must manage intelligently and judiciously, since you do not want to drive people away, but rather the reverse. Who is more likely to regard you as a priority? Someone who has invested a lot in you, or someone who hasn't? The answer is obvious. If you want someone to see you as a priority, you must allow them to invest in you. This can be done in a variety of ways, such as allowing them to invest their time in you by turning down plans you know you won't be able to fulfill. You must also demonstrate that your time is valuable by not always being available and making them wait for you. This attitude will send the message that you are not just anyone, and that they must make more effort to win your time. This will cause them to see you as a challenge and begin to prioritize you again. Remember that you must use this technique moderately for it to work. If you go overboard, the result may be the opposite of what you desire. Step 5. Prioritize your requirements. This does not imply being self-centered. Prioritizing your needs simply means not putting yourself in situations where you are not a priority. For example, if you know that someone will not treat you the way you deserve, why would you want to be near that person? Surrounding yourself with people who see you as a priority increases your chances of being seen as a priority. It's critical to remember that you can't influence how other people feel about you. You can only manage how you feel about yourself. If you want to be a priority in someone else's life, make sure you're a priority on your own. Step 6. Don't make them the center of your life. Did you know that people are often drawn to things they can't have? It's true that the more someone believes they have to work for something, the more they want it. You've definitely heard the saying, "The grass is always greener on the other side." This phrase represents people's inclination to be more attracted to what they don't have. Does this apply to initiating communication? When you are constantly the one initiating conversation, the other person begins to take you for granted. They become accustomed to your efforts and begin to regard you as less essential. Simply cease initiating conversation and see the outcome. If the other person genuinely cares about you, they will make an attempt to contact you. Step 7. Capture all the things you have to do. Clarify which ones are the most important and urgent for you. This will help you organize your tasks by priority and category, and assign due dates when possible. By doing this, you will be able to focus on what matters most to you and avoid getting overwhelmed by the expectations of others. Step 8. Make your own happiness. If you want to become a priority in someone's life, it's important to create your own happiness and not rely on them to be happy. While it's nice to have someone to rely on who makes us feel good, relying on them for our happiness can lead to disappointment. Additionally, when we rely on others to be happy, we're not truly living our lives, we're living according to their agenda and priorities, which can lead to resentment. If you want to be a priority in someone's life, you must first build your own happiness. Not only will this make you happy in the long run, but it will also make you more appealing to others, since you will look more balanced and self-assured. Step 9. Be prepared to walk away. Walking away from someone we care about might be daunting, but it's a necessary step. By demonstrating that you're not scared to walk away, you're sending the message that you won't settle for anything less than you deserve. The right person will naturally see you as a priority and will make an effort to keep you in their life. Always remember that your part is to do the right thing that is within your control, so you should be aware that your actions are correct in the eyes of others, and you should feel good about it. Don't expect to constantly be thanked or recognized, or for people to always give you the value you deserve. Give it time, and people will naturally begin to notice you in the way you deserve. Here is the conclusion to wrap up the reasoning of these 9 steps on being a priority in other people's lives. Please try to absorb it to the end. We've all experienced moments where we felt neglected or not prioritized. However, it's important to remember that our journey in life is unique, and other people's priorities may not reflect our true worth, instead of allowing these situations to affect our self-esteem. We can use these situations as opportunities for personal development. The key is to prefer ourselves, taking care of our happiness and good health. Eventually, others will recognize and appreciate you, and remember that even if others fail to prioritize you, you can and should be. This isn't just greed, it's compassion for yourself and freedom of choice. By doing so, we may develop stronger relationships, make better decisions, and live a more rewarding and significant life. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you found this information beneficial to your life. I'll post 2 videos below that you might be interested in seeing as well.